Were you just trapped in a short-form feed? You blink and an hour of your life is gone, vanished into a blur of meaningless clips. You try to recall even one of them, just one, and you can't. There's just a void, a blank space where a memory should be.
So basically, every youth in America and around the world who is doom scrolling at night and also in the morning, like my kids, are basically disempowering themselves, causing motivation loss. That's basically the loop that you're describing.
This is not a glitch in your attention. This is a blackout, a perfectly engineered neurological event. And it is a symptom of a much larger, undeclared war. A war for the most valuable territory on Earth, the real estate between your ears. This isn't a dystopian warning about some far-off future. This is a diagnosis of right now. What if the story of your life was being systematically erased, moment by moment, and you were the one hitting the delete key? It sounds like a paranoid conspiracy, but the data is screaming a warning. In the last decade, complaints of crippling brain fog and poor memory among teenagers and young adults haven't just risen, they have skyrocketed. This is not a generational flaw. It's a design feature of the world we now inhabit. Every swipe, every auto-playing video, every bite-sized piece of content is a precision-engineered dose of dopamine. It's a digital slot machine that always pays out. The jackpot? A fleeting moment of stimulation. The cost? Everything else. This system doesn't want you to think. It wants you to react. It trains your brain, like a lab animal, to crave the next immediate, effortless reward. Over time, your mind's tolerance for complexity collapses. A challenging book feels impossible. A long, nuanced conversation feels boring. A quiet moment alone with your own thoughts becomes unbearable. The invisible thief isn't just stealing minutes from your day. It's reprogramming your brain to be incapable of forming deep, lasting memories. It's replacing the rich, complex narrative of your life with a stream of cheap, disposable moments. So what is this incredibly valuable part of you that the world's most powerful companies are working so hard to dismantle? What is it inside of you that they see as a bug to be eliminated? Did you know there is a superpower locked inside your skull? A piece of technology so advanced, so miraculous, that the most powerful AI on Earth is a child's toy by comparison. I can prove it to you. What were you doing on the evening of your last birthday? Don't just answer with a word. See it. Your brain isn't searching a database. It's rebuilding a universe. The faces, the sounds, the taste of the food, the precise feeling in the room. That is your superpower. An AI needs to be fed millions of images just to learn the concept of a dog. You meet a person once, hear their name one time, and you've created a permanent, unique file. Scientists call this neurological miracle one-shot learning, and the engine that drives it is a tiny seahorse-shaped structure deep in your brain, the hippocampus.
We'd seen how the hippocampus appeared to be linked to spatial memory, to learning, through the description of place cells.
But this isn't some dusty biological hard drive. It's a time-traveling Hollywood director. In a single, fluid moment, it casts the characters, it scouts the location, it scores the emotions, and it yells, action. It captures a slice of reality and stores it forever. But its most important job isn't replaying the past. It's using those old film clips as raw footage to storyboard the future. It runs millions of simulations a day, testing outcomes, predicting dangers, and charting a safe path forward. It is the machine that writes the story of you. So what happens when that machine is broken? What happens when the director is fired? For the answer, we must look at a man named Henry Molaison, patient HH, in the 1950s. Doctors performed a radical surgery to cure his severe epilepsy. They removed most of his hippocampus. The seizures stopped, but the price was unimaginable. Henry could no longer form new memories. He remembered his childhood, but he could not remember the face of the nurse who had just left his room. He could not remember what he ate for breakfast 10 minutes ago. The doctors who studied him for decades had to reintroduce themselves every single day. For him, every meeting was the first. But they didn't just rob him of his past. They annihilated his future. He couldn't learn a new skill, build a new friendship, or even find his way back to his own room. He was stranded in a single, terrifying, permanent moment. This is not just a tragic medical case. It's a warning. It is the clearest picture we have of what life looks like when your story gets erased. And it's the very machine the algorithm is slowly, methodically putting to sleep. So, are you helpless? Is your memory a fixed trait? A genetic lottery you either won or lost? Absolutely not. Your memory is a muscle, and our modern world has become the perfect environment for it to atrophy. The enemies are clear, and they are relentless. Chronic stress is an acid. It floods your brain with cortisol, a hormone that is physically toxic to hippocampus cells, literally shrinking the machine that records your life. Bad sleep is a saboteur. Your brain isn't resting at night. It's running the most important shift at memory headquarters. It's replaying the day's events, sorting critical files, and burning them into long-term storage. Without it, the memories of your day simply vanish.
You need sleep after learning to essentially hit the save button on those new memories so that you don't forget. But recently we discovered that you also need sleep before learning, and now to actually prepare your brain, almost like a dry sponge, ready to initially soak up new information.
And alcohol? A blackout is not forgetting. It's a chemical assault that physically prevents the record button from ever being pressed. But the most insidious enemy is the one you invite into your life every day: the algorithm. The endless, passive consumption of information. A fire hose of stimulation pointed directly at your face. So how do you declare war? The battle plan is brutally simple. Stop consuming. Start retrieving. Consumption is passive. Retrieval is active. It is a workout. Weapon number 1, your voice. Don't just tell someone your day was fine. Reconstruct it. Force yourself to be a storyteller. So I walked into this new coffee shop. The music was terrible, and the barista had this insane tattoo. That act of verbal reconstruction forces your brain to find the memory file, unzip it, and play it for an audience. It is a world-class cognitive workout. Weapon number 2, a pen. Journaling isn't about writing your feelings. It's about imposing order on chaos. It forces your brain to build a timeline, to connect the dots of your day, to turn random events into a coherent plot. You are becoming the author of your own story. Weapon number 3, get lost. The hippocampus evolved in part as our internal GPS. A groundbreaking study of London taxi drivers revealed something astonishing. To get their license, they had to memorize 25,000 streets on a test called the Knowledge. Brain scans showed the part of their hippocampus responsible for spatial memory was physically larger and denser than the average person's. When you navigate a new place without blindly following a glowing blue dot, you are not just finding your way. You are literally building a bigger, stronger brain. These aren't just quaint tips. They are acts of neurological rebellion. But as technology races to merge with our minds, is this rebellion enough? Or is there a hack that will make all of this obsolete? Could a tech billionaire just plug a chip into your brain and upload your childhood? Can you save a memory like a file on a hard drive? Not a chance, not in our lifetime, and here's why. Trying to isolate and read a single memory is like planting a microphone in the middle of a roaring hurricane and trying to hear the thoughts of a single bird. The brain is a storm of electrical noise. We can hear the thunder and the loud signals that move an arm or a leg, but the quiet, impossibly complex symphony of a single memory, we don't even know what the notes look like. It is a language we will likely never learn to read. That same structure, the hippocampus, is what allows you not just to store life, but to understand it. However, this technology is showing incredible promise for healing our broken stories. PTSD is a memory that has become a monster, a story stuck on a terrifying, unbreakable loop, playing over and over. But scientists discovered a flaw in how memories work. Every single time you recall a memory, it becomes soft, malleable, like wet clay. For a brief window of time, you can change it before it hardens again. This has unlocked revolutionary therapies. A soldier can now face a traumatic memory in a safe, virtual reality environment. A therapist can help them reshape the narrative, to rewrite the ending, to overwrite the terror with a feeling of control. It is the first step in teaching the brain how to heal itself. And that brings us to the final, critical choice. We are outsourcing our brains for convenience. That is a fact. That war is over. But the new war is for something much more precious. An algorithm can know everything about you. It can analyze your every click, your every purchase, your every location. It can build a profile so accurate it can predict what movie you want to see, what song you want to hear, and who you should vote for. But it can never, ever know why. An algorithm can recommend a movie your partner will love, but it cannot understand the inside joke from 10 years ago that still makes them cry with laughter. It cannot feel the subtle shift in their voice that tells you they're hiding a secret pain. It cannot know the quiet, unspoken fears that keep them awake at 3 a.m. That is the most precious data in the universe, and you can only acquire it through the messy, inefficient, beautiful process of real human connection. That connection creates a dopamine hit of such profound quality and depth that it makes the cheap buzz of a viral video feel like an insult. So yes, use the tools. Let them make your life easier, but do not let the convenience they offer steal the sacred moments required for love, for friendship, for real life. Your life is the story. Don't let an algorithm be the author.